So numSkul is a little project that I've been working on the last few days, a couple hours here and there, free time, and I think it's mature enough to show off now, and I'd like to get some input in direction maybe on ways that it could be more useful. So first, what it does now is it takes some text and it hashes that based on a password, and then can unhash that later or dehash. I'm not sure what that verb is, and it can save that to the database and stuff. I think it'd be easiest to just kind of run through a quick example. So first I'm going to create some text here that can be read or whatever. So this is the raw text. I need some relish. So the relish is the keyword or the password for this, and based on what the relish is, when I freeze this text, it'll create a hash. So this hash is based on what this relish is. So if I change that password, it'll be completely different. I'm going to go back with example because this is the example. And now that that has been frozen, I can pack it, give it some tag. This is a useless thing, generally unwanted, say generally spelled correctly, and for video example. Now once it gets packed, only the frozen payload gets saved to the database. The relish doesn't get saved to the database. The readable text doesn't. So the server knows nothing of that. It's all client side. Got packed right now. It was sent from my IP with these tags, and it should be at the top of the list now. This is this useless thing, generally wanted for video example. If I want to cook it, I need to know what the relish is. So the idea here is, from the main page, you can see I can kind of browse through some of these things and go, oh, okay, well, what could be the cook for this, or what could be the relish to cook this? There's something fun that we could do. Or see, this has an ID here, 24. I can go to the pack URL, and some group of friends and I have the relish. We know that we can send the pack URLs back and forth and decode this stuff. Also, I've created a real simple API URL. And again, that's just an argument of API, or a URL with API, and then an argument of m equals the ID, and this will give you the JSON for this if you want to do it that. If you want that for some reason, if you want the JSON blob for everything, it's just /API. It can also be used to freeze and cook something that is never packed. So using the same thing here, I can freeze this. Now I've got this text, I can just copy that, go to the cooker, and I know that the password is password, and cook it. So it was never sent to the database, all client side, just if you want to deal with it that way. So yeah, back here on the list, we can see the top 100 are going to go here. A few updates that I want to make. There's no tag searching right now, and I want to add some analytics and a dashboard for that kind of stuff. But also, I want to update the hashing quite a bit. It's pretty rudimentary right now. I think it's relatively strong, but it could be better. So I'm going to dump the database in a week or so. But if you want to play with it, you can putz around with it right here, devjana.net/numSkul. If you have any ideas or things you would like to see happen with it, you can catch me on Twitter. I'm just at devjana. And if you want to kind of just start screwing around with the data, you've got the JSON here. You can go ahead and write something that reads in the JSON or the API and starts searching based on tags. It should be pretty simple. Hope you dig it. Thanks.